Bam! That's what I'm talking about. Right there, right there. Okay, I'm almost ready. All right. All right. I'm going to continue where I left off, but first, that right there. This show right here. Oh, did I turn the camera? That's good. Okay, anyway. So this show right here, I recommend. It's only 8 episodes right now for the first season. Hopefully they're working on the second. It is good. I love it. It's like one of those real good biblical and spiritual TV shows. If y'all seen the show called The Bible, it's like that. It's so good. They don't have I think The Bible was only 10 episodes for the first season, but they did a second. I wonder if they got a third season now. I don't know. Anyway, it's pretty good. It's pretty good though. It's on Netflix. I don't know if it's on any other streaming apps or websites. This is the first one I seen it on, but this show is so good. I be thinking about watching it with whoever will watch it with me, like streaming it live. But I don't know if they'll give me a copyright strike for doing that. So that's how good this is, though. I be wanting to share it with y'all. But if I do share it one day live, I'm gonna have to delete it right after the video because I'm gonna get a copyright strike probably. So I already know Facebook. That's why I got banned on Facebook recently because I shared this movie, and they blocked me for 48 hours. I mean 24 hours. My bad. Okay. I believe y'all can see everything I see. Let me make sure. Yep, you see everything I see. So let me go down here. All right, so I'm continue where I left off, but first I'm gonna tell you that Baruch from the Apocrypha is in Jeremiah, and let me see if I can pull that back up because I had it up here, but I ended up moving something. Here we go. So in Jeremiah 32:11-12 talks about Baruch, the same Baruch that's in the Apocrypha book called Baruch. And I'm gonna just read the main part that's highlighted. You can read the whole context and the whole chapters if you want, but I'm gonna just get the main parts right now. So in Jeremiah, the highlighted part, it says, well, let me see, should I read more than that? Well, anyway, the highlighted part says, Baruch, son of Neriah, son of Maaseiah, excuse me. And then under it, then to the right of it in the Apocrypha, which is the book called Baruch, chapter 1, it starts off talking about the same person. It says, these are the words of the book that Baruch, son of Neriah, son of Maaseiah, son of Zedek, and it goes on more down the bloodline, but you can see the first 3 that match, linking the same bloodline. It's the same Baruch. And also the timelines and the things that went on, and it all links up. You can study it and you'll see it's the same Baruch. Baruch was a scribe for Jeremiah. When Jeremiah spoke from what God wanted him to have, Baruch write down, or basically when Jeremiah got a word from God, what he spoke, Baruch wrote it down as he was saying it. So Baruch was the scribe for Jeremiah. You can read about that in the book of Jeremiah. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that, and I'm gonna go back to where I was. I was on chapter 3, so I'm going to go back to chapter 3. Oh, goodness. Come on, let's scroll down now. Did I pass it? Nah, not yet. Oh. All right. So here we go. It says, "O Lord Almighty, God of His." Wait a minute. It's lip balm time. It is lip balm time. Okay. Matter of fact, I'm gonna cheat. Take some of this lip balm right here. That's right. I need a little bit of oil on my nose right here. It got a bunch of oil in it. I don't know if y'all ever read the ingredients, but instead of using my coconut oil, which I haven't even opened yet, brand new, I can just use this because it got a lot of oil in it. I use this if I don't got no oil around for like skin, dry skin. Let me just read one. Here we go. Sunflower seed oil. That's one. What else we got? I know we got enough. We got kernel. Wait, what's the words are so small on this thing? It's also two big words. It's another oil in there. Something kernel oil. Is them the only two? It might be the only two, but I knew it was some oil in there. That's why I was like. Anyway, here we go. So, verse 1, it says, "O Lord Almighty, God of Israel, the soul in anguish." Sometimes I don't be yawning until I start reading. I wasn't yawning. Was I yawning before this? No, I don't think so. Nah. Anyway, my bad. Okay. The soul in anguish and the wearied spirit cry out to you. Hear, yeah, that's true, by the way. Hear, O Lord, and have mercy, for we have sinned before you. For you are enthroned forever. I'm just thinking, did I read that earlier? I don't think so. For you are enthroned forever, and we are perishing forever. O Lord Almighty, God of Israel, hear now the prayer. Excuse me. Hear now the prayer. Excuse me. I ate an apple pie not long before this, so anyway, where I'm at. Hear now the prayer of the people of Israel, the children of those who sinned before you, who did not heed the voice of the Lord their God, so that calamities have clung to us. Do not remember the iniquities of our ancestors, but in this crisis, remember your power and your name, for you are the Lord our God. And what is this the? Let me turn this notification down. One momento. All right, turn it down in the building. Turn it all down. Turn everything down. Everything. Okay, there we go. Okay, where am I at? 6 something? Yeah. Nope. I ain't finished. I don't think I finished 5. Just in case I'm go back to 5. Do not remember the iniquities of our ancestors, but in this crisis, remember your power and your name, for you are the Lord our God. Oh, I did read that part. Okay. And it is you, O Lord, whom we will praise. For you have put the fear of you in our hearts, so that we would call on your name, and we will praise you in our exile, for we have put away from our hearts all the iniquity of our ancestors who sinned against you. See, we are today in exile, where you have scattered us to be reproached and cursed and punished for all the iniquities of our ancestors who forsook the Lord our God. Hear the commandments of life. Okay, I like that. O Israel, give ear and learn wisdom. Why is it, O Israel, why is it that you are in the land of your enemies, that you are growing old in a foreign country, that you are defiled with the dead, that you are counted among those in Hades or hell? You have forsaken, I might have to get something to drink now. Okay, it says, you have forsaken the fountain of wisdom. If you have walked, that's a deep little phrase, the fountain of wisdom, the way they worded it. If you had walked in the way of God, you would be living in peace forever. That's a good one. Learn, it's kind of like Psalms in a way, but just the way they going, because they got a little wisdom in, verses. But anyway, it says, learn or wise sayings. Yeah, more like wise sayings. Something that Solomon would write. Like if you read Proverbs and Psalms and Ecclesiastes and Sirach, it's stuff like that going on. But anyway, say learn in 14, learn where there is wisdom, where there is strength, where there is understanding, so that you may at the same time discern where there is length of days and life, where there is light for the eyes and peace. I'm gonna say this right now. I'm so glad I got these two tablet screens to show me that y'all can see everything I see right now. Because sometimes I forget to share the screen and I just be reading. Y'all can't see nothing. But anyway, did I read all 14? See that? I laughed and forgot where I was. I know I read 13, but I don't know about 14. Maybe I did, but just in case, I think I was in 14 somewhere. I remember where there's length of days and life, where there is light for the eyes and peace. I think I read all that. I think I did. Who has found her place, and who has entered her storehouses? Where are the rulers of the nations, and those who lorded it over the animals on earth, those who made sport of the birds of the air, and who hoarded up silver and gold, in which people trust? And there is no end to their getting. Yeah, yeah. Those who scheme to get silver and were anxious, but there is no trace of their works. They have vanished and gone down to hell, and others have arisen in their place. Later generations have seen the light of day and have lived on the on the earth, but they have not learned the way to knowledge, nor understood her paths, nor laid hold of her. Their descendants have excuse me. I need something to drink. I'm trying. I'm clearing my throat. It ain't working. All right, let's see what we got. Okay. All right, I think I'm on 21. Their descendants have strayed far from her way. She has not been heard of in Canaan or seen in Teman. The descendants of Hagar, who seek for understanding on the earth. The merchants of Miran and Teman, The storytellers and seekers for understanding have not learned the way to wisdom, or given thought to her paths. O Israel, how great is the house of God, how vast the territory that he possesses. It is great and has no bounds. It is high and immeasurable. The giants were born there, who were famous of old. Sounds like Genesis 6:4. Yeah. Great in stature, expert in war. God did not choose them or give them the way to knowledge. So they perished because they had no wisdom. There goes Hosea 4:6, the beginning. Sounds like, hey, Sheena, good evening. Evening indeed it is. Evening indeed it is. Let me read that again. 28. So they perished because they had no knowledge. By the way, have any of y'all read this book, the book of Baruch? So they perished because they had no wisdom. Okay, just making sure I ain't skip anything. They perished through their folly. Who has gone up into heaven and taken her and brought her down from the clouds? Man, that sounds like the wisdom of Solomon too. Because in Solomon chapter 10, Wisdom of Solomon 10. Hold on, let me get another book. With library. I'm gonna do it this way. That's how we finna do it. That's how we finna do it right here. I'm thinking. Wisdom of Solomon. How does it word it? Send her out of the holy heavens. Verse. Wisdom of Solomon. We'll see if you find it. 19. Oh, send her out of your holy heavens and from. Yeah, that's it. Give me that. Pull it up, boy. Okay, give me the whole thing. Pull it up, boy. Excuse me. Okay, we got the whole thing right here. Okay, here we go. So this reminds me of what I just read. Hold on, before I read that, I want to reread what I just read. Who has gone up into heaven and taken her and brought her down from the clouds? Okay, pause. Right there. Then in Wisdom of Solomon 9, around verse 10, I don't know if I should start before. Let me see. And wisdom was with you, which know your works and was present when you made the world and knew what was acceptable in your sight. And no, I don't need that. 10, send her out of your holy heavens and from the throne of your glory, that being present, she may labor with you. I don't need the rest of that. But 10, the beginning, because it talked about her being in heaven. Didn't say anything about clouds, but it's clouds up there. So that's what it reminded me of. Hold on, let me go back to where I was. In the building. I was so sleepy like 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago. I didn't feel like reading. I was like, I needed a break. I got home. And then I ate this apple pie. And then I watched some of this show called The Chosen. And then I was like, man, I'm too tired to read. I just need to sit here. So I watched some more of it, and then I was ready. I was like, okay, I'm ready now. I'm ready. So, was I on 29? No, I read all that. Yeah. And brought her down from the clouds. Okay. 30. Who has gone over the sea and found her, and will buy her for pure gold? No one knows the way to her, or is concerned about the path to her, but the one who knows all things knows her. He found her by his understanding. Let me move my mouse out the way. The one who prepared the earth for all time, filled it with four-footed creatures. The one who sends forth the light, and it goes. He called it, and it obeyed him, trembling. The stars shone in their watches and were glad. He called them, and they said, "Here we are." They shone with gladness for him who made them. This is our God. No other can be compared to him. He found the whole way to knowledge and gave her to his servant Jacob and to Israel, whom he loved. Afterward, she appeared on earth and lived with humankind. Sound like Sirens too. Yeah. I was gonna try to find a cross reference, but the laziness. I had a thought. I was like, nah, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't really need to drink anything. I just did it. Okay, here we go. So it says, she is she is the book of the commandments of God, the law that endures forever. Interesting. That reminds me of the Essene Gospel of Peace. In the Essene Gospel of Peace, it's a little different in words. John 1:1 like this. It says, in the beginning was, I think it says the law, and the law was with God, and the law was God, instead of saying the word. And that said, she is the book of the commandments of God, the law that endures forever. That reminds me of that. All who hold her fast will live. And those, oh, by the way, I don't know where that's at. The Essene Gospel of Peace. It's 3 books that I read. I don't know. I've seen that somewhere. But anyway, it says, all who hold her fast will live, and those who forsake her will die. Turn, O Jacob, and take her. Walk toward the shining light. That reminds me of that movie, Walk into the Light. That Poltergeist. Oh boy. Where we at? Do not give your glory to another or your advantages to an alien people. Man, somebody else wrote that. That in Proverbs too? Yeah. Maybe in Cyrus too. Don't give your strength. Yeah. It's in like Proverbs 30 or 31. Sorry, words are a little different, but what did it say? Don't give your strength. Don't give. It don't say glory. The one I'm thinking of. Don't get that. They know what I want. They know what I want. Give me this. Yeah. Give me this. What is all this? I can't stand this website. I think this is the one that be wanting me to allow them to get out the way. Tell you, man, these websites. I think this is the one that be wanting to get paid. Like, man, if you don't get out my face, trying to get me to allow you to show advertisements just so I can read the scriptures. I don't know if this was it, but it's one of them that get on my nerves. I'm just saying. Go back to King James Bible online. King James Bible. Proverbs 31. I know where it's at. I figured it was the last 2 Proverbs. Proverbs 31. And this one is not by really. So I can't type in Pro 31 and get Proverbs 31. That's what you're trying to tell me. Really? I gotta type in. I gotta put the V. Oh my goodness. That's so stupid. Yeah, like it's another book that start with pro in the Bible. Like, what's so difficult about shortening it up to just Pro 31? Anyway, this one's by Lemuel, and his mom was. I'm gonna read the first 3 verses. The main verse is 3, but this ain't even. I don't even know if any of this is by a man. A lot of people don't even know this, but when you hear it, it don't sound like a man wrote it. So it says in verse 1, the words. By the way, anybody watching can let me know if y'all knew about this. Sheena, did you know this? Listen, it says the words of King Lemuel, the prophecy that his mother taught him. What, my son? What? Well, and what? The son of my womb. And what? The son of my vows. Give not your strength to women, nor your ways to that which destroy kings. So that was the main verse I was thinking about. I think it's another one that specifically says more closely to. Don't give. I think it's another one. Let me see. Don't give your. What can we find? Can we find anything? And you shall give glory to God, give glory to the Lord. Give me the Apocrypha. That's where I think it's at. Modify. Apocrypha. That could be. I think it's in Ecclesiasticus, but we'll see. Whoa. Oh, no, okay, that's something else. That could be. So many scriptures that say. How many scriptures do I have to look through? 300? Nah, we ain't gonna do all that. I'm shorten this up. That's what we finna do right there. We finna shorten this up. We finna shorten this up. You know what I mean? Word match. Okay, well, word match me. It shouldn't be that many though. If you word matching me, phrase match. Well, whatever you're doing, you need to do better. And just give me the apocrypha. Hold on, wait a minute now. I want just the apocrypha. Look, you can't even. So it's no phrase. Get on my nerves. Give me just the apocrypha. Dang, done it. 197. It's too many. It's too many verses. Okay, I'm gonna have to give up the search. Maybe. Too many. Why can't they just give me verses with only glory and apocrypha? Why they giving me? Say, you see what they doing? They trying to make my search longer. Don't give. I'm gonna just say verse. Isaiah, what we got? I am the Lord, that is my name, and my glory will I not give to another. Okay, that's God talking about. I need somebody else to be talking. My praise. Don't nobody want to hear y'all talk about the verse. I just want verse. Galatians. Man, that ain't talking about what. What? Wait. But I found it. Ecclesiastes, give not. I don't think that's it. Pull it up. Let me see. Give not your son and wife, your brother and friend, power over you while you live, and give not your goods to another. No, it's not it. That's not it. I don't think. No. Okay. Oh well. Couldn't find it. You said you see. Yeah. Let me go back. Probably read it somewhere else. I don't know. Okay. Three. That's sad. I'm only on 3. I ain't got nowhere. So it says, do not give your glory to another or your advantages to an alien people. I guarantee I read it somewhere else. It was probably just worded another way. Yeah, and it was about women. I remember because it was like some sort of relationship involved. It was probably worded another way. So many verses anyway. Happy are we, O Israel, for we know what is pleasing to God. Take courage, my people, who perpetuate Israel's name. It was not for destruction that you were sold to the nations, but you were handed over to your enemies because you angered. Somebody needs to see this because they think slavery is the white man's fault. they, some people be the white man is the white man. Can I make that brighter? I'm gonna do it enough. Wait, should I just? I'm gonna just get it a verse. Hold on. What's it? Okay. Stretch for what? 6. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I hope I don't ever forget this one for all these people that hate white people because white people seem to be on top and we so-called slaves and they mad at them. Y'all better get it together. Hold on, let me send this message. Read that. So I'm gonna tell her. Okay, let's go. Where we at? 7. For you provoked the one who made you. Okay, I had to check in with Facebook. My bad. For you provoked the one who made you by sacrificing to demons and not to God. You forgot the everlasting God who brought you up, and you grieved Jerusalem who reared you. For she saw the wrath that came on you from God, and she said, listen, you neighbors of Zion, God has brought great sorrow on me, for I have seen the exile of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting brought upon them. Interesting that it says it refers to God as the everlasting. So simple. Um Anyway, it seems that way. But it's interesting because the word Yahweh, the definition can mean just that, eternal. That's the definition of it. So it's interesting. But then it says in 11, with joy I nurtured them, but I sent them away with weeping and sorrow. Let no one rejoice over me, a widow and bereaved of many. I was left desolate because of the sins of my children, because they turned away from the law of God. They had no regard for his statutes. They did not walk in the ways of God. In the ways of God's commandments or I was thinking how to say this because I was thinking about saying it another way. Um, or tread the paths of his. I mean, or tread the paths his righteousness showed them. There we go. I was struggling. I put of in there and there was no of in there. And then it says, let the neighbors of Zion come. Remember the capture of my sons and daughters, which the everlasting brought. I like how they word it. It's making it so simple. Bam. Um, for he brought a distant nation. I like that. That reminds me of when I worship God, I say everlasting king. I just put king after everlasting because that's who God is. So it reminds me of that. If they put king right there after everlasting, that's exactly how I'd be saying it. But anyway, it says, for he brought a distant nation against them, a nation ruthless and of a strange language, which had no respect for the aged. They sound like, dang, what is that? The Ten Commandments and for the Masons, I think. They have a Ten Commandments, if I'm not mistaken. And one of their Ten Commandments is, I think, not to have respect for old people. And this reminds me of that. Also, Wisdom of Solomon has a cross reference to this. But it says, which had no respect for the aged and no pity for a child. They led away the widow's beloved sons and bereaved the lonely woman of her daughters. But I, how can I help you? For he, for he who brought these calamities on you will deliver you from the hand of your enemies. Go, my children, go, for I have been left desolate. I have taken off the robe of peace and put on sackcloth for my supplication. I will cry to the everlasting all my days. Take courage, my children, cry to God. um, I'm surprised at how they word this. Well, it's kind of surprising because I don't think in the KJV it words it that way. Because I read it from the KJV first, and I don't remember it wording it this way, but it could have. I just don't think it did. Do I care to look? Let me see. What the KJV say? That's the Revised Standard, Cambridge. This should be it. Okay. It was verse 21, right? Yeah. No, 20, I think. No, 22. 22. Okay, 22. So what does it say right here in 22? The authorized version. Oh, it does say it. Let's see one more. The KJV. Yeah, it does. Why don't I remember? I don't know. Maybe I don't know. It's been a long time. But it does. I got it from somewhere. So I used to read a lot. And I read the KJV a lot. A whole lot. So I could have got it from now, but I don't know. Did I read 22? Yeah. Take courage, my children, and cry to God, and He will deliver. No, I don't think I read all 21. Take courage, my children, cry to God, and He will deliver you from the power and hand of the enemy. For I have put my hope in the everlasting to save you, and joy has come to me from the Holy One because of the mercy that will soon come to you from your everlasting Savior. For I sent you out with sorrow and weeping, but God will give you back. I was going to say, will bring you back, but it says, will give you back to me with joy and gladness forever. For as the neighbors of Zion have now seen your capture, so they soon will see your salvation by God, which will come to you with great glory and with the splendor of the everlasting. My children endure with patience the wrath that has come on you from God. Oh, okay. So what I want to say is, as I was reading that, I was multitasking and thinking about something. It's this show called The Chosen, biblical spiritual TV show, and I've been watching it recently, and it's real good. And I was thinking about it, besides reading, prayer, and meditation, and conversations with like-minded people in the Christ, and all the ways to be encouraged and increased in spirit and lifted up and all that, right? Um, as you walk with God, another way to get you in the spirit and increase in spirit and lifted up and all that is to watch biblical and spiritual TV shows and movies. And hopefully they don't add in anything crazy. But the ones that really, really do a good job will feed you spiritually too. And that's what I was basically gonna say. And I'm glad they did make those movies and TV shows, because it's so many other movies and TV shows, and they don't all have good programming. So, and I find a lot of it non-beneficial. It's so unbeneficial. I thought about just not even watching TV, or not watching anything unless it's gonna feed me spiritually, because there's so much out there that's just not beneficial. All right, that's it. That's all I was gonna say. Okay, where we at? My children endure with patience the rap. I don't know if I read all of 25. I'm gonna read. I ain't read it all. Okay, 25. My children, endure with patience the wrath, that has come on you from. I need this. That's a good one right there. Your enemy has overtaken you, but you will soon see their destruction and will tread on their necks. My pampered children have traveled rough roads. They were taken away like a flock carried off by the enemy. Take courage, my children, and cry to God, for you will be remembered by the one who brought this on you. For just as you were disposed to go astray from God, return with tenfold zeal to seek him. For the one who brought these calamities on you will bring you everlasting joy with your salvation. Take courage, O Jerusalem, for the one who named you will comfort you. Wretched, wretched will lose. I'm sorry. Wretched will be those who mistreated you and who rejoiced at your fall. Wretched will be the cities that your children served as slaves. Wretched will be the city that received your offspring. For just as she rejoiced at your fall and was glad for your ruin, so she will be grieved at her own desolation. I will take away her pride in her great population, and her insolence will be turned to grief. For fire will come on her from the everlasting for many days, and for a long time she will be inhabited by demons. Hmm. Look toward the east, O Jerusalem, and see the joy that is coming to you from God. Look, your children are coming. Man, it sounds like, what was I just reading? It sounds like it was around the same time though. That's probably why. It sounds like second Esters and or either one and two Esters. And that is probably why. Okay. So it says, look toward the east, O Jerusalem, and see the joy that is coming to you from God. Look, your children are coming, whom you sent away. They are coming, gathered from east and west. at the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the glory of God. Chapter 5 in the build. All right. I'm cold. I need some heat. It says, take off the garment of your sorrow and affliction, O Jerusalem, and put on forever the beauty of the glory from God. Put on the robe of the righteousness that comes from God. Put on your head the diadem of the glory of the everlasting, for God will show your splendor everywhere under heaven, for God will give you evermore the name, righteous peace, godly glory. Arise, O Jerusalem, stand upon the height, look toward the east, and see your children gathered from west and east at the word of the Holy One, rejoicing that God has remembered them. For they went out from you on foot, led away by their enemies. But God will bring them back to you, carried in glory as on a royal throne. For God has ordered that every high mountain and the everlasting hills be made low, and the valleys filled up to make level ground, so that Israel may walk safely in the glory of God. The woods, oh, okay. The woods and every fragrant tree have shaded Israel at God's command. For God will lead Israel with joy in the light of his glory, with the mercy and righteousness that come from him. All right, here we go. Chapter 6, the letter of Jeremiah in the building. A copy of the letter that Jeremiah sent. This reminds me, what book was that? Gosh, I read so many books. I read some book long time ago where Jeremiah, when it talks about what happened when he died. Dang, what book was it? Second Baruch? I think so. That book, it reminds me of this. It was a trip, but have have y'all read that Second Baruch? It says a copy of a letter that Jeremiah sent to those who were be taken to Babylon. Man, it sounds kind of like Second Baruch. Okay, let me focus here. A copy of a letter that Jeremiah sent to those who were to be taken to Babylon as exiles by the king of the Babylonians, to give them the message that God had commanded him. Because of the sins that you have committed before God, you will be taken to Babylon as exiles by, man, look, you gotta get out of the way, sir. You gotta get out of the way. By Nebuchadnezzar, king of the Babylonians. Therefore, when you have come to Babylon, you will remain there for many years, for a long time, up to 7 generations. After that, I will bring you away from there in peace. Now, in Babylon, you will see gods. This is weird. It's weird because I I heard that the Sadducees only take the Torah as a canon or as genuine books or sacred books. But it's weird because this was a prophecy that came to pass, and they don't even take this as genuine. That's what was weird about it. So, mm, 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 mm. Where we at? Where we at? 4, I think. Yeah, 7 generations after that, I will bring you away from there in peace. 4. Now in Babylon, you will see gods made of silver and gold and wood, which people carry on their shoulders, and which cause the heathen to fear. So beware of becoming at all like the foreigners, or of letting fear for these gods possess you, when you see the multitude before and behind them worshiping them, but say in your heart, it is you, O Lord, whom we must worship. For my angel is with you, and he is watching over your lives. Their tongues are smoothed by the carpenter, and they themselves are overlaid with gold and silver, but they are false and cannot speak. People take gold and make crowns for the heads of their gods, as they might for a girl who loves ornaments. Sometimes the priests secretly take gold and silver from their gods and spend it on themselves. That makes sense, but I don't remember reading that before. But that's funny. That makes sense. Um, or even give some of it to the prostitute to the prostitutes on the terrace, on the terrace. They deck their gods out with garments like human beings. These gods of silver and gold and wood that cannot save themselves from rust and corrosion. When they have been dressed in purple robes, their faces are wiped because of the dust from the temple. Oh man, which is thick on them. One of them. It's so stupid how people can believe in them. But anyway, um, where was I? Which is thick on them. One of them holds a scepter like a district judge, but is unable to destroy anyone who offends it. Another has a dagger in his right hand and an axe, but cannot defend itself from war and robbers. From this, it is evident that they are not gods. So do not fear them, for just as someone's dish is useless when it is broken, so are their gods when they have been set up in the temples. Their eyes, their eyes are full of the dust raised by the feet of those who enter. And just as the gates are shut on every side against anyone who has offended a king, as though under sentence of death, so the priests make their temple secure with doors and locks and bars, in order that they may not be plundered by robbers. They light more lamps for them than they light for themselves, though their gods can see none of them. They are just like a beam of the temple, but their hearts, it is said, are eaten away when crawling creatures from the earth devour them and their robes. They do not notice when their faces have been blackened by the smoke of the temple. Bats, swallows, and birds alight on their bodies and heads, and so do cats. From this you will know that they are not gods. This reminds me of a scarecrow. When scarecrows be on the tops of the scarecrows and stuff like that. Oh, for real? Hmm. What book you got? The KJV? Which one you read from? I'm reading the NRSV. Um, I'm on 24. Okay, so it says, as for the gold that they wear for beauty, it it will not shine unless someone wipes off the tarnish. For even when they were being cast, they did not feel it. They are brought without regard to cost, but There is no breath in them. Having no feet, they are carried on the shoulders of others, revealing to humankind their their worthlessness, and those who serve them are put to shame because if any of these gods falls to the ground, they themselves must pick it up. I'm trying not to laugh. If anyone sets it upright, it cannot move itself, and if it is tipped over, it cannot straighten itself. Gifts are placed before them just as before the dead. Stupid. The priests sell the sacrifices that are offered to these gods. They sell it? Dang. Somebody's got to do something with it. Oh, well. So that's also a new one to me. I don't remember this one. So let me see. I gotta finish this verse. The priests sell the sacrifices that are offered to these gods and use the money themselves. Likewise, their wives preserve some of the meat with salt, but give none to the poor that's messed up. Or helpless. Sacrifices to them may even be touched by women in their periods or at childbirth. Oh, dang, I hit the wrong button. Or even childbirth, or at childbirth. Since you know by these things that they are not gods, do not fear them. For how can they be called gods? Women serve meals for gods of silver and gold and wood, and in their temples the priests sit with their clothes torn, their heads and beards shaved, and their heads uncovered. They howl and shout before their gods as some do at a funeral banquet. Excuse me. This reminds me of when in the book of Kings, I believe, Elijah or Elisha, they was going up against the 400 prophets of Baal, and they was trying to get their God, the 400 prophets of Baal, to answer them by fire, and they they was they started to cut themselves. That reminds me of that. So, what verse was that? That was 33. The priest, no, that was 32. 33 says, the priest takes some of the clothing of their gods to clothe their wives and children. Dang. You said I sent the pig to you. Oh, okay. Take me to Facebook right now. Or else. Oh, here we go. And taking gold as it were for a virgin that loved to go gay, they make crowns for the heads of their gods. So the typo you think is where it says virgin that love to go gay? And I don't know if that's a typo. That could just be another way of translating it. I wouldn't say that's a typo. And taking gold as it were for a virgin that loved to go gay. Nah, I wouldn't say that's a typo. Because it depends on what's behind those words. And it's hard to see what's behind it because this is the Apocrypha. It's rare that you're going to see the source of that. So, but it can be done. It can be done. But that was verse what? Hold on. Let me see what verse was that. That was verse 9 of verse chapter 6. Okay. I'm gonna just go back to this. Verse 6. Okay, hold on. Wait, is this? Yeah, that's it. I think I went to the wrong verse. That one don't sound like it. Thought it said verse 6. Verse 9. No wonder. Went the wrong one. People take gold and make crowns for the heads of their gods as they. Okay, look at this. Look at this. I'm gonna make it bigger. I wanted to read it first before I made it bigger. So this one, this is the Revised Standard Version. It says, "Man, stop playing on me and go down." Oh, dang it. Okay. Verse 9. Okay, 9 here says, "People take gold and make crowns for the heads of their gods as they would for a girl who loves ornaments." That's kind of similar to what the one that I was reading before said. Wait, that is the one I was just reading. Dang on it. I went to the wrong one. Okay, this is the Geneva Bible. I don't even know how this one got pulled up. But what did I just do? I did something. I don't know what I just did, but I messed it up. What did I do? Why is it so spaced out? Where is this? I don't know where this is. I don't know why this here. Let me get rid of that. That ain't right. Hold on. Here we go. I don't know what that. Wait a minute. This is the Revised Standard Version. They're confusing me right now. Okay, 9. Oh, that was a different translation. I'm getting confused. Okay, this one's the Cambridge. I think this is the KJV. Let's see what this one says. 9 here. This is the one that you read from. This it says the same thing. For a virgin that loves to go gay. That's what that one says. So I assume the 1611 says the same thing. Yeah, they say the same thing. For a virgin that loves to go gay. Okay, what's next? This is the Holy Bible containing the Old and New Testaments with the Apocrypha, so it don't really tell me what translation. Okay. What? What? You see the way this is worded? What? I can't understand this. What language is this? What is this? What? I can't read this. Skip. I can't read it. Okay, this is now this is good though, because right here I see Ralph said, "What are we up to tonight?" We read the Apocrypha. We in the letter of Jeremiah, chapter 6, verse 9, checking out these cross references. So this is the Greek for the. It says the Old Testament in Greek according to the Septuagint. Wait, what? I had to read it again. I'm like, wait, what? So this is the letter of Jeremiah, but I don't know Greek, so it ain't gonna do me no good unless. But we can still translate. I ain't gonna do it right now, but basically, this is the verse right here, and it ends right here. I don't know what none of it means, but the main part would probably be after this period. and on down. So all we would have to do is verify a couple of words to see where they getting this um virgins going gay or whatever. Because maybe one of these Greek words can mean gay. I don't know. Another way you can do it too is you can highlight a word, copy it, and paste it in the internet and search to see what it means. I don't feel like going too deep right now, so I'm not gonna do all that. But it's good that they gave me the source of that. I thought it was gonna be. It's kind of difficult to find. I have it in book form, but it's just a lot of people don't know where to get the apocrypha source from. It's just kind of difficult. Is that it? What else we got? The Lex Ham. What? Oh, word. Say word. I didn't know I had this. Maybe I stop playing. Oh, I hit the wrong button. I'm gonna say I'm trying to make these words bigger. What my mouse at? Okay, there we go. Make these words bigger right now. Boy. Make these words bigger, boy. Okay, I'm gonna catch up with y'all. Let me get to verse 9. How can I? Is that verse 8? What? Okay, that's Greek. I think. Yeah, Septuagint, English, Greek. Yeah. Okay. So where's verse 9? Hey, this is even better. Okay, look. This must be it because it says after it says highlighted. It says right here, and even as just as virgin made in loving ornament. Scroll down. Oh, I went too far. My bad. I didn't mean to go that far. Okay, so the next part says take, receive, taking, gold, build, construct, make, they create, crown, crowns, on, upon, the head of man or beast, heads. What kind of translation is this? Um, the gods, he, she, it, or they, be, exist, happen. So I think this is the same verse. Okay, what word? Okay, it didn't use the gay word, but it did use the word virgin, maiden, young girl. Hmm. I wonder what word could mean gay. I don't know. But basically, this is a little bit better. We got a translation with it too. Mm, I like that because I'm a nerd. Okay. What else we got? Is that it? The Geneva Bible. What did Geneva Bible say? So wait, that's for okay, yeah, it says so make they crowns for the heads of their gods. Sometimes also the priests themselves convey away the gold and silver from their gods and bestow it on themselves. That ain't the one that I was. Nah, that don't sound like. Is it the next one? Yeah, they give of the same to the harlots. I don't know if this is it either. Nah, I don't, I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. It didn't sound exactly alike. Hmm. Trying to verify, make sure it's the right. It should be. Yeah, that was. I don't know. I don't know about that one. That didn't sound exactly. Okay, we got another one. It's so many. Oh, it's just the Septuagint in English. Let's see what this one says. This one says, oh, this one sounds like the Geneva a little bit. They create crowns upon the heads of their gods, and when the priests are embezzling the gold and silver from their gods, they spend it for themselves. But it didn't say anything about. Sounds different though. Yeah, that one. I guess it would depend on the translation. Okay, there's so many different books and translations of that. I didn't know I had that many. Okay, so anyway, uh, catching up with y'all now. I see shaking my head. That is old English before the 16th. Why are your messages? Oh, it says retracted. I thought they was deleted or something. I'm like, why are your messages not showing up? Sheena says, I hear you pull up the Lexham English Septuagint. Is that what I got right now? I might have had it up. I don't know. I done looked at so many. This one is the Lexham Latin English Interlinear Latin Vulgate. Oh, Vulgate, my bad. Okay, this one says, I think this is the same part. Yeah, I think so. Maybe. What does the verse start? Hard to tell. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna just start reading. So it says, from there thence with peace now, but yet moreover to see in into against Babylonia, God of gold, golden, and also of silver, and also made of stone, and also of wood, wooden, in into against upper arm, shoulder to carry, bear to present to view, show not that not, and also you like similar to make to accomplish deed act event belonging to another strange and also fear um and also to fear and also and also fear you this don't even sound like wait what what's the part that I'm supposed to be reading man okay is that verse 7 maybe that's okay if that's 7 let me try to find 9. Okay, yeah, I remember something like this earlier. Prostitutes. Okay. Oh, I was reading the wrong. Was I? Hmm, what verse is this? I don't see any numbers for. Okay, I see 12. So is that verse 12? 11. Where 10 at? 10. Okay, this must be the one. Where does it start? Did that pass it? I didn't see the 9. Okay, I see 8. Oh, I see it. Bam. The 9 was kind of hidden. Okay, it says crown head, his, her, is their God, that he, she, it, um, whence, wherefore to draw away from, withdraw, withhold, priest, from, by this, he, she, it, gold, and also silver money, and also to appropriate pay out that he, she, it, in, into, again, himself, herself, itself, themselves. That's what it say. Okay, now we're back to the NRSV. And the NRSV say people take gold and make crowns for the heads of their gods as they might for a girl who loves ornaments. I guess the word, do you think gay could be? Huh, I think that could be the word that they translating as gay. Because out of all the words that I read right here, I'm trying to think of a word that could be translated as gay. And gay can mean happy. That's the closest word I can think of. But I don't know. I don't know. Man. And then this translation here, I don't even think it used the word love at all. I don't think it did. I don't remember reading love. Wait, I didn't read it all. I didn't see this. Okay. I'm gonna start from 7 because I see virgin coming up in 8. That's what it is. Okay, I forgot. The verses don't always match in different versions and translations, and especially in manuscripts and the codexes and stuff. I forgot. So it doesn't match. It starts a little bit earlier in this. So we'll start from 7. It says at the top, um, for tongue, language, he, she, itself, oneself, to smooth, furbished, polished from by craftsman, carpenter, he, she, itself, oneself, also even to overlay with gold, and also to overlay with silver, false lying to be, and also not to be able to speak, and also as maiden, virgin, to love. There's the word love. But this is the Latin, so it doesn't do me any good, I don't think, in the Latin. Um, adornment, decoration, thus so to take, receive, go, to build, make, to be crowned. Yeah, I guess I should keep going. Surely, certainly, of gold. Okay, let me go. Okay, so that word love is amanti. I'm just gonna search, look up, study, search. Nah, that ain't what I want. Okay, hold on. Amanti. Amanti. I hope I spelled it right. Man, I can't. This doesn't help me. Okay. I'm looking for the Greek word because this ain't this ain't what I need. Okay, hold on, wait a minute. Go back. No, that ain't it. That's something else. I need the Greek. Oh, I'm gonna catch up with y'all too. Hold on. I'm trying to find this Greek word. No, that's the English Septuagint. Geneva. You go to Greek. So what word is for love? Okay, it says tongue for sense for he, she, it, there, bigs it. I'm gonna just skim down till I see it. I'm gonna read all this. I remember reading some of this too. Virgin. I don't even see the word love in this one. Dang. It's it don't even use the word love. I don't know where they getting gay. I don't know where they getting this. I can't explain it. I don't know. I don't know where they getting that from. I can't even find. Maybe it's a word, and I don't know where they getting it from. I might have to look more into that later. 'Cause I don't see in the Greek, which is the main source, what a word would even be. Okay, eight. Oh well. I don't know what's going on with that. Excuse me. So let me see. What was the last thing I read from y'all? Um, uh, you have an interlinear of, if you are not familiar with how to use one, it will be best to use the Lexham English Septuagint. You also have the Latin Vulgate up, not a Greek Septuagint text. That is not what you need up. We will come back to this, Sheila says. Rafe says you really need someone to come alongside you and teach you how to use logos in the ways that you desire. I could teach you easily how to find what you are looking for, but can't through text. Yeah, I understand. Well, how about this? I can finish this, and maybe if you're free, you can join me on here or another day, and we can just try to check out what was going on in verse 9 and see what we can find, because I can't find the word to verify what we saw. So sometimes that be the case, but I haven't tried to translate that verse yet. So, hmm, hmm. So what I think I was on like 33, maybe 33, 32. Yeah, I remember 32. I'm gonna start at 33. So it says the priests take some of the clothing of their gods to clothe their wives. What translation is this? The way it worded clothe, I knew this wasn't the right translation. That's the RSV. Where is the NRSV? Okay, here we go right here. Why does it word it like this? This is ghetto. This is ghetto. This shouldn't be happening, but it's happening. Okay, so it has an E after clothe, whatever. So, to clothe their wives and children, whether one does evil. Okay, I read what you said. Whether one does evil to them or good, they will not be able. I'm gonna eat too. I'm hungry. While you, y'all, give me something to eat. Where we at? Where we at? Whether one does evil to them or good, they will not be able to repay it. They cannot set up a king or dispose one. Likewise, they are not able to give either wealth or money. If one makes a vow to them and does not keep it, they will not require it. They cannot save anyone from death or rescue them, or rescue the weak from the strong. They cannot restore sight to the blind. They cannot rescue one who is in distress. They cannot take pity on a widow or do good to an orphan. These things, um, let me see, these things that are made of wood and overlaid with gold and silver are like stones from the mountain, and those who serve them will be put to shame. Why then must anyone think that they are gods or call them gods? Besides, even the Chaldeans themselves dishonor them. For when they see someone who cannot speak, they bring Baal and pray that the mute may speak, as though Baal were able to understand. Yet they themselves cannot understand this and abandon them, for they have no sense. And the women with cords around them sit along the passageways burning brand for incense. When one of them is led off by one of the passers by and is taken to bed by him, she derides the woman next to her because she was not as attractive as herself, and her cord was not broken. Okay, I don't remember that either. First time around reading it. It says, whatever is done for these idols is false. Why then must anyone think they are gods or call them gods? They are made by carpenters and goldsmiths. They can they can be nothing but what the artisans wish them to be. Those who make them will certainly not live very long themselves. How then can the things that are made by them be gods? They have left only lies and reproach for those who come after. For when war or calamity comes on them, the priests consult together as to where they can hide themselves and their gods. How can that's a good one. How then can one fail to see that these are not gods? For they cannot save themselves from war or calamity, since they are made of wood and overlaid with gold and silver. It would afterward be known that they are false. It will be manifest to all the nations and kings that they are not gods, but the work of human hands, and that there is no work of God in them. Who then can fail to know that they are not gods? For they cannot set up a king over a country or give reign to people. They cannot judge their own cause or deliver one who is wronged, for they have no power. They are like crows between heaven and earth. When fire breaks out in the temple of wooden gods overlaid with gold or fire, their priests will flee and escape, but the gods will be burned up like timbers. Besides, try not to laugh. That was a good one. Besides, they can offer no resistance to the king. I mean, to king or enemy. Did I say that right? Yeah. Why then must anyone admit or think that they are gods? Gods made of wood and overlaid with silver and gold are unable to save themselves from thieves or robbers. Anyone who can, hmm, anyone who can will strip them of their gold and silver and of the robes they wear, and go off with this booty, and they will not be able to help themselves. So it is better to be a king who shows his courage, or a household utensil that serves its owner's need, than to be these false gods. Better even the door of a house that protects its contents than these false gods. Better also a wooden pillar in a palace than these false gods. For sun and moon and stars are bright, and when sent to do a service, they are obedient. So also the lighting, when it flashes, is widely seen. Um, I lost my place for a minute. Okay, let me read 61 again. So also the lighting, when it flashes, is widely seen, and the wind likewise blows in every land. When God commands the clouds to go over the whole world, they carry out his command, and the fire sent from above consume mountains and woods does what it is ordered. But these idols are not to be compared with them in appearance or power. Therefore, one must not think that they are gods, nor call them gods, for they are not able to either decide a case or to do good to anyone. Since you know then that they are not gods, do not fear them. They can neither curse nor bless kings. They cannot show signs in the heavens for the nations, or shine like the sun, or give light like the moon. The wild animals are better than they are, for they can flee to shelter and help themselves. So we have no evidence whatever, that they are gods, therefore do not fear them. Like a scarecrow in a cucumber bed, which guards nothing, so are their gods of wood overlaid with gold and silver. In the same way, their gods of wood overlaid with gold and silver are like a thorn bush in a garden on which every bird um, perches. I was going to say pierces. I was going to say the wrong word. Or like a corpse thrown out in the darkness from the purple and linen that rot on them, you will know that they are not gods, and they will finally be consumed themselves and be a reproach in the land. Better therefore is someone upright who has no idols. Such a person will be far above reproach. I already read that one. Okay, so that's the end. Okay. All right. So, Rafe, you ready? You in the building? I'm gonna send you a link to join me, and then while you getting ready and set and in here and all that, I'm going to kitchen to get these strawberries and this honey. Yeah, mate. That's what I'm gonna do. Let me get this ready for you. In the building. I be tripping. Invite, copy, make it easy for me. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Paste. Bam. Okay, I'm gonna get these strawberries real quick. I'll be right back. Yeah, bye. Strawberries in the building. Everywhere. I got a towel over there. Is that light supposed to be on? I don't even know. All right. I gotta turn off a light real quick. In the building. I'm talking about in the building. All right, I'm all set up. Rafe, are you ready? In the building. Because I got these strawberries. You know what I mean? It's gonna go down. They all shiny and stuff, looking like somebody put some polish on them or some wax or something smooth. I did wash them off though, so it could just be the water and the light shining. It could just be, I think it's the water. Yeah, I think that's what it is. 3 minutes. Okay, cool. 3 minutes in the building. Whew. So have y'all heard of this movie? Not movie, but where's TV show at? Right, is it this one? Have y'all heard of this TV show called Chosen or The Chosen? I think it's The Chosen. Properly said. If I said that, is that it? Yeah. That's it. Cause that show right there, the show is It's real good. It's real good. Oh, it's finna go down. It's finna go down. It's finna go down right here in the building. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I think that's enough, honey. I think. I think that's good. Yeah. I gotta take this off. I can't. I can't eat with this robe on. I can't. I don't want to mess up the robe because I already know them sleeves is gonna touch the honey. Nah, can't have that. Can't have that. Can't mess up that. All right. All right. Look at these babies. I don't want to make nobody hungry, but it's so shiny. Can y'all see it? It's so shiny. Look at that. Look at. You see what I'm saying? Look at. You see it? Man, it's gonna go down. I'm getting teary eyed. It's so shiny. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all see this movie called The Pornhub Story? Shut up, Kevin. Ain't nobody talking about what you talking about. That movie, it's a documentary actually. It was number 8 in the world. I'm like, dang, it's number 8 in the world? I ain't even watch it all. But I was surprised, but then again, I was like, nah, I'm not surprised. I see you ready. Man, this is probably it right here. All right, I'm finna come home. Give me like 5, 8, 10 seconds. I gotta finish this. All right, that's it. And we're done. That's crazy that they don't got no biblical spiritual movie as number 1 in the world, but it is what it is. All right, Rafe, you in the building?
Yes, hello. How are you doing?
I'm good now. I got these strawberries. No, I was already good. But did you guys, man, you see these?
They
Look
look
at
good. Yes.
man, they so shiny, man. My bad, my bad. Okay. We
It's
was
all right.
well go ahead, go ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, Rafe is in the building.
Hello. Well, you know, Logos is a massive elephant of a software, and learning it just takes a long time. So the best thing that we can do right now is just get you started on the kind of things that you want to do.
Like eat
So,
strawberries.
well, in the software.
I know
Uh,
I'm doing.
That's right. So just tell me the kind of things you would like to learn, according to the kind of things you've been doing. The kind of things you need to do while you're reading the deuterocanonical books you're reading now.
Okay. All right. Okay. So let me see. Let me go to it.
You use just pull your software up, and I'll guide you and step you through the process uh, of whatever the solution is.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna stick to the topic, and then we can go possibly into another topic if we can work out this topic. So let's,
Uh-huh.
because somebody pulled up a verse. Sheena shared a verse from her KJV.
Uh-huh.
Let's see, it's verse 9. So let me go to verse 9, 45. Here we go. Right. So right here, this is the main verse that we wanted to look at because in hers, she got the KJV, I believe, and it translates a little different. So I'm gonna show
Mm-hmm.
you what it say real quick. Excuse me. The Revised Standard. Okay, this is basically the KJV, verse 9. Okay, so this one translates it. Dang it, I'm just trying to highlight it. But anyway, the main part it says, "For a virgin that loves to go gay,"
Mm-hmm.
and this was the suspect part. A
Uh-huh.
virgin that loves to go gay. She said it was a typo. I'm like, oh, I want to say it's a typo. It
No.
could. it could be some words that mean what they translated it as, but I couldn't verify what word can be translated as gay.
Sure.
So that's what I was trying to find.
Yeah. All right. So to do that, so what I'd recommend, the Lexham English Septuagint, I believe, has all the books that you're trying to read right now.
Sorry, it's like little
That's
dust in
okay.
here that
That's
was
okay.
going by. I had a moment.
So I
You
would
want me to
recommend.
pull
I
that
would
up?
recommend. First of all, uh, pull up. So I would recommend, if you want to, reading between the NRSV uh, and the Lexham English Septuagint, the English. the Lexham English Septuagint, because you can do it in both, but you can actually click. You can do it from the Greek or the English. You can click on the word that's actually suspect, and you can find it that way. So just pull up the English, the Lexham English Septuagint. So that's Lexham English Septuagint. So for the Septuagint, just go to your library and pull it up there.
Okay.
Or I think you could type a shortcut LES2. So put LES2. There you go. That's the second edition. You have it. Go to
Wait,
the
it's
you want to
two.
go to the first one, not the alternative text. You want to go to the first one. The one, yeah. Go to that one. Okay? And now you can look up what that text that you were talking about.
Okay, so this one, yeah, we did see this one earlier too.
So you can go back
So,
to your Cambridge and find that text. Is that the text you're talking about that you wanted to look at?
yeah, this the same verse.
Okay, so here's what you can do. Go back to your Cambridge, the one you were talking about with the strange translation. Was that it? Or was that the Geneva?
I'll keep that there. Hold on. Here we go. This is it right here.
Okay, and so okay, so here's what you can do. Put your cursor over that word gay and right click. Right click. Right click on it. Okay, here's the problem with that translation. The problem with that translation is that there's no Greek interlinear underneath that translation. So you will not be able to look at the Greek under that translation, but you can for the NRS. What does the NRSV say about that verse? How does the NRSV translate that verse?
This might be an added word.
I don't think it isn't.
Like the target language.
So Logos has something they
You said,
call
my bad.
interlinears.
My bad. What did you say? I was.
Sure.
Go
Let
ahead.
me just explain one thing. Logos has something they call interlinears, and they put those underneath probably 8 or 9 or 10 main translations. And those interlinears allow you to work with the English and look at the Greek or Hebrew behind it. So you can do that in the Lexham, and you can also do that in NRSV, but you can't do it in the Cambridge because there's no interlinear behind the Cambridge. That's why you can't look up the Greek from the Cambridge. So what does the NRSV, how does the NRSV translate that verse?
Okay.
6:9. Baruch 6:9 is what we're looking for. Is that right?
Yeah. I'm gonna get it
Okay.
right here. So it says, people take gold and make crowns for the heads of their gods, as they might for a girl who loves ornaments, and that's what it say right there.
That is very different. So here's let's look what the Lexham says, just for the heck of it. The Lexham
The
English
same one.
Septuagint,
The
the
same
one
one
you
we just had, or
yeah,
what?
the one you just pulled up that I told you to pull up.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
This one says, verse 9. Okay, it says, they create crowns upon the heads of their gods, and when the priests are embezzling the gold and silver from their gods, they spread it themselves. I mean,
Oh,
they spread
wow.
it themselves. Yeah, so it don't say anything about
So,
love or
yeah.
debt.
So the first thing here is that because there's such a variety of translation, it's probably a very difficult text to translate. That's the first thing we can say. But let's give it a go and see what's up. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to clear your entire desktop, Logos desktop. Do you know how to do that?
Yeah. Hold on. Man, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Okay. Can I just like X out and come back in?
You could, but there's a shortcut. So if you go down on the left side at the very bottom, there's this square, 2 squares with an X on it called close panels. Click that.
Bottom left, you say?
Yeah, for me it's the left.
Oh,
That's
close
right.
off.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. So now what I want you to do is push the home button.
Yeah, it's on home.
Okay, just push it again. It'll go to your
Oh,
blank
it ain't at
screen.
the top.
Push up that
Go
home
to
button. No, that home button you just pushed it. Push it again. One time. There. It'll go to your blank screen. Now, what I want you to do is I'm going to teach you something you may not know. Go to your library.
all right.
I want you to take your library and I want you to drag it onto your desktop screen right there. Drag it. And then let it go. Did you know that?
No.
Okay. So that's a way that may be a little more helpful. So look up, so I want you to look up the 2 translations that you're going to use for this project, which is the NRSV and then the Lexham. Okay, now what I want you to do is I want you to go up top where it says Lexham English Septuagint up there and take that and click on it and drag it down to the left side. You can actually put it on the toolbar so you can have it as a shortcut.
Okay, wait, say it again.
Okay, so you see on your screen where that you have all your guides, your workflows on the left side and your tools. You see that?
Yeah.
I want you to take the Lexham English Septuagint where it says the wording of it, click that and drag it where it says drag and drop shortcuts and then release it.
Oh, okay. All right, hold on. man. All right. Okay.
Drag it where under to your left where it says drag and drop all shortcuts. Now, if you want to open that book, you can just click on that and it'll open right to where you left off. You can do the same thing with the NRSV. If you bring the NRSV up, you can do the same thing with that, if that's helpful for you.
Okay.
Or there's another shortcut. What you can do since you have a Bible up is push the plus right next to your Lexham English Septuagint.
Push the plus right next to the Septuagint.
Yeah, you see that plus?
Yeah.
Okay, push it. Now look at all your Bibles you have on the right-hand side. Now click on the Revised Standard or the New Revised Standard that you want. The New Revised Standard, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
It brings up all your resources that are related to the ones you have up. So just click on that. New Revised Standard.
I see the Dead Sea Scrolls in the building.
And then you can drag that to the desktop to that shortcut bar if you want, or you can just leave it there. Now, you know what? I think I'm going to teach you something that's kind of cool. You may not like this. Actually, we'll do it. I'll show you how to do what you want to do, and then I'll actually show you another way you can do it. And you may like it better, you may not. But all right. So now here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to your library. Actually, you have your library on your desktop. Yeah. And just type in LXX Greek. LXX Greek. That's a short name for the Septuagint. Greek. Space. So there's a space between LXX and Greek.
Excuse me. I gotta actually type the whole word.
Yeah.
So maybe it's under. Oh, it's under because I got so many other.
Yeah. So just scroll down there, and you'll find it eventually. Hopefully. It'll say Logos. Actually, Go back up to where you. Oh, you're getting to it. Scroll down a little more. You'll get to it eventually.
Okay, that's all of
Okay,
them. It
so
might have been
go back up to where you typed in LXX Greek and just type in do a space and type in Logos.
manuscripts. Boy, I'm a nerd. Hold on, wait a minute. That one might be good too. Give me that. Give it to me. Okay, that one's okay. Now, what'd you say, by the way?
Go back to your library.
And go where?
Actually, use the library that you had on the desktop. So click on that tab that you already have open for library on the desktop where all your translations are. Yeah. And type in Logos LXX. Okay. Scroll down. You may not have this. I think you do, but scroll down some. Maybe you have it. It's underneath there. If not, there's one you can use right there. Okay. Use the Old Testament in Greek according to the Septuagint.
Okay.
Is that all, or can you scroll more?
It's a little bit more. Yeah, that's it now.
Okay, so go back up to your first one, and you're going to use that one, the first one on the list. The actually not the first, yeah, the second one, the Old Testament in Greek according to the Septuagint. No, not the apparatus, but the text.
Yeah, I know. Checking this out though.
Okay, so here's what I want you to do. Okay, we're going to set this up to where you can use it and where it's going to benefit you, okay? So there's going to be a few steps we have to take in order to get it there, but once we get it there, it's going to help you a lot. Because all these texts are basically interrelated. So what I want you to do is I want you to take that Old Testament Greek according to the Septuagint. I want you to click on it, and I want you to drag it to the right side of your screen and drop it. Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to make a divide between the different texts.
Strawberry just got between my teeth. Hold on. Oh, in between my teeth, man. Dang, what I click on? Oh, documents.
No, that's not. Well, you could do that, but I wanted you to do something different. That's good that you did that, but I want you to go back to that.
You didn't say where to drag it though. So what you want me to?
Yeah, I said drag it on to the right side of your screen.
The right.
Yeah.
I just said left.
I said right. So take that and drag it to the right side of your screen and then drop it. Drop it. So we're making a division between the text. Now, you can keep your library open or you can close it. That's up to you. But now what we have on the one side is your English text, and on the other side we have your Greek text. Okay? Now, so here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to your Lexham English Septuagint over on that side, on the left side.
Okay. You want me to go where over here?
Just click that. Click on your Lexham English Septuagint. We're going to set this up, okay? Here's what I want you to do now. I want you to go up to the top, right next to the place where you type in your verse reference, where it says Letter of Jeremiah 9, right there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a magnifying glass. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
I want you to go to your English text, though. And then there's 3 dots. They look like a triangle. You see that next to it?
Yeah, but on which one?
Well, we're
gonna
do this on both, but we need to do it on English first. So okay. I want you to click those dots. They look like a triangle. Click that. This is all the settings that you have for this particular text. Let me see here. Corresponding word. Okay, so I want you to go down where it says corresponding words. Do you see that?
Not yet. Hold on. Oh, Corresponding words. Yes.
It says hover and click. I want you to click on the word click. All right. You clicked on click. And then I want you to, you see that little triangle that's near the box for corresponding words?
Triangle near the box, corresponding words. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I want you to click that little triangle. It's going to open up different options for you to select in that setting.
Okay.
No, not that one. The one on the left side. The one on the left side. There's a little triangle on
the right triangle.
Well, it's my left side. Maybe it's your right side, but that one, right? Yeah, right there. Yep. Click it. All right. Now I want you to that box right next to it. I want you to tick that box. Just click it.
This one?
Yep. Then I want you to click on same word right there.
All right.
Then I want you to go down to same surface text, and I want you to click that to declick it. You'll see what this is in a minute. Okay. All right. Now I want you to go to that triangle that you had that you initially clicked on. That one on the right side, my right side at least.
This
and
one?
I want you to click it.
All right.
And I want you to say, click the first option. It says show in all appropriate books. All right. Now I want you to click back on your text. All right. Now I want you to go to your Greek text, your Old Testament Septuagint text, and do the same thing. You're going to go to the same place and do the same thing for your Old Testament Greek text. You're going to go to that triangle, the three dots look like a triangle. You're going to go down to corresponding words. You're going to click corresponding words, tick the box. Yeah, that's already because you selected it once, it's already clicked. So click on the triangle. Yep, it's the same thing. So now you're good. Yeah, so click on the same word and then unclick the same surface text.
Unclick the surface text?
Same surface text. No. Same word, same surface text. Unclick same surface text.
So if I don't, it won't do it?
Just trust me. Unclick same surface text.
I did.
You did? Okay.
You want me to do it again?
I guess it's not showing up. Is the same surface text still checked?
Yeah, I unchecked it, then I checked it again.
Okay, well then uncheck it. Okay, you're good now. Everything's the same. So now just click on your text, your Greek text.
Wait, on the other one, I had unclicked the surface text and then clicked it again. So go on the other one and unclick it.
Yeah, unclick the Yeah, we want the surface text off.
Okay.
I don't know how you got the fact book up, but X out that fact book.
Yeah, it's always something. Was I on this one right here?
Yeah, you were on the Lexum.
Okay.
So, yeah, you want to uncheck the surface text. All right. Now, oh, Lord, I don't know how you're getting this fact book up, but you need to...
When I click on a word, that's
there's a setting for that, but right now we're just going to try to get this right. So now there's one more thing we need to do. I'm going to set it up so when you're scrolling along, your Greek text glides with you for the exact same reference. All right. So go to your Greek text, and on the right side, on the very right side at the top, there's these three dots. Do you see that on the very right side? It's under the X. Yeah. Click that. Now click link set A. Click number A. Yeah, letter A. Now go to your English text, your LES2, and do the same thing.
Okay.
Now, are they at the same verse?
Yeah.
So if you want to make the text, you like the text as it is, or do you want to make it smaller?
That's cool.
Okay. So let me show you something. You can obviously scroll along and it'll follow with you, but if you want to go verse by verse, I'll show you another way that you can do it a little bit more accurately. So on the right side, there's this thing that says article. Do you see that?
Hold on, wait a minute. Mike's being a nerd right now. 6. Yeah, it was. Find it. Give the nerd a moment. Let's see what we can find. Okay.
All
What we
right.
got?
So you see those on the right side, there's two arrows. One goes up, one goes down. On your LES, do you see that on the right side?
Say that one more time.
So put your
Oh, in the middle. In the middle.
it's on
Well,
the
I guess
very
two of them. So
it's
on
on
the
the very
right.
right side. And then there's something next to it called that says article. Do you see that?
Yeah, I see it.
Those are ways you can search, but in this instance, what you want to do is click that.
Click article.
Yeah, click article and go to verse.
Excuse me. All right.
And now go to your Greek Septuagint text and do the same thing. Go to article and click verse. Now, here's what I want you to do. Go back to your English text and push on the down arrow. The down arrow that you just
Right here?
Yep. It's going to go one verse at a time, and your Greek text is going to flow with it. Now, here's the thing. What verse was that? Number 8 that we're looking for? Number 8 is the verse that's in question. Is that right?
9.
9. Okay, we'll scroll down to 9 or click down to 9. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, we're right here.
Okay. So here's what I want you to do. You see how?
Oh goodness.
Okay, there's a
Keep
setting.
going.
There's a setting for that. We'll fix that. It's annoying. It's happened to me too. So put your cursor on the word crowns, or click it. Click the. Okay, I
just
see.
didn't.
Okay, here's the thing.
It
Okay,
pulled up that reef thing.
I know exactly what's going
And I
on.
see on the left it says clothing, wreath, clothing, and then
Here's okay. I know how to fix the problem we're having. Okay, go back to your 3 dots triangle
3-dot triangle. Okay, hold on.
where you made selections earlier, and click on hover. The corresponding words, click on hover. Make sure it's hover. Okay, now don't yeah, and now go back to your text. Now click on go put your mouse over crowns. You see how crowns in English is lighting up, and the Greek equivalent of that is lighting up in your Greek text?
Yeah.
That's saying this is the English word that's translated from this Greek word.
Yeah, I know.
So that could help you figuring out exactly what words are what and what they could mean. So did you say that translation that was in question was from the King James Version?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll pull up the King James Version. So just with the Apocrypha, that's probably the one. I don't know if that has the Greek behind it, but we'll see. It doesn't have the Greek behind it. Put your cursor over a word in that translation and right click it. Yeah, there's no Greek behind it. So we're not going to be able to use that with the Greek. But is that translation the same one as the one you saw in the Geneva Bible? It doesn't look like it, does it?
You said is this the same one we saw in the Geneva Bible?
No, is it? It looks different. It looks like it's not. It
I
doesn't
think
translate
it
the
is
same.
a little different.
Right, because the gay is not in there.
Yeah, I don't think the Geneva used gay.
Right.
Oh, we got Wycliffe too.
Yeah. So this one,
The Cambridge used gay, but that's basically the same as the KJV.
right. I think the idea there. So go back to your Old Testament in Greek according to Septuagint.
The Geneva doesn't say gay. You say go where?
Just go back to your Septuagint English, your Greek Septuagint. Actually, we want to push that up too. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to let's see here. I mean, one thing you could do now is just run your cursor over every word in verse 8 to see what the gloss rendering is in verse 8 or verse 9, whatever the verse is, verse 9. And you could obviously bring up a word study on one if you wanted to look into it more. But that may give you an idea of my thought is that the concept of making merry or being happy is in the verse. And the reason they translated it that way is because in that time, gay was a word that meant like happy or merry. Because what these people were doing in this text is they were basically worshiping idols and they were being merry and happy in that way. So you just got to find in verse 9 the word that is closest to something like happiness.
It's hard to see from this translation.
Well,
Nah,
let me okay, so let me take a look in mine, okay? So we're on Jeremiah where are we at? Jeremiah
6:9.
6:9. Okay, I'll take a look in mine and try to see if I can find something. Okay. LES2. Okay. 6:9. Okay.
Hmm. Oh, that's not the one.
Uh, I'm at Jeremiah 6:9 and I don't see that.
What translation you got a version?
It's the Lexham English Septuagint, same one that I just told you to pull up. I'm trying to find the verse, is what I'm saying, and I don't.
Oh, the letter of Jeremiah,
Yeah.
6:9.
Oh, the letter. Okay, that makes it. Okay, yeah. Okay, letter of Jeremiah. Okay. Okay, let's see if I can find what we're talking about. The Epistle of Jeremiah. Okay, that makes more sense. That's what it's called in that, and it doesn't pick up letter. Okay. Gods, and when they praise or embezzling the gold and silver, they spend it on themselves, for themselves. Consume. Embezzling. Taking gold, they create crowns on their heads, and when priests are embezzling the gold and silver from their gods, they spend it on themselves. Let's see here. The Cambridge. Yeah, that's a unique translation.
Yeah.
It's not a typo, but it's a very unique translation. So I'm looking here to try to see the word that will be closest to something like happy or merry, because that's what the verse is saying, that they're going about they're making merry and they're worshiping an idol. Um,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking to do too, but that would take time just researching each word and the definition.
so here's a possibility. Um, let's see. So, uh, I'm just guessing here. This word for they spend, okay. Kata nalisco. I'm thinking that may be something that is possible. I'm looking up the word here. It's basically a word that is talking about consuming something. Um,
Um, I don't know about that one. What's the other synonyms definitions for that?
well, let's see. Let me go back to the screen here for you. So if you go back to your software, I want to see what you have in your software as far as word study tools.
Okay. Hmm. Okay, I'm back.
Okay, so uh, go back to your Lexham English Bible, Lexham Septuagint English, and go for themselves or spend it. Actually, go spend it. So put your cursor over spend.
Spin. All right.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
right click it. Okay, yeah, that's the right word. So you okay on the left-hand side, you see a
Excuse
bunch
me.
of things. I want you to click on the one where the circle is. The circle right there, right above there.
This one.
That's called your lemma. That's the word that you go to look up a particular word in a Greek dictionary if you have it. So click on that. All right. Now on your right-hand side, you should see some lexicons. I don't know what you have. I don't know if you have any. It doesn't look like you have any. So the best thing you can do is go to Bible word study, I guess. So you probably haven't prioritized your Greek lexicons, which
It
is
still
fine.
stay the same as what yours say.
Right. You do have some though. So since we're in this Septuagint, you would need to look at a lexicon for the Septuagint. All right. So,
I don't think that's the word.
uh, yeah, that's the word. That's the word that I was looking up as.
No, I'm saying the word that would be for gay. You know, based on the
Well,
meaning.
I don't know, but I just want to teach you this as well. So you want to, since we're in the Septuagint, you want to look at lexicons that are about the Septuagint. So you could click on anything with LX in it from the list of lexicons that you have. Actually, no, you want to do that in your Bible word study you just brought up.
Bible word study.
You just brought up a Bible word study.
So you want me to bring it up again?
No, I don't want you to bring it up again. I want you to click on one of the lexicons in your Bible word study that you have available to you on the right-hand side. You just brought it up.
This right here.
Yeah, that's called a Bible word study.
And you want me to bring up a lexicon?
Yeah, just any of them that has LX in it, you can bring up. So LX, that one you could bring up any one of them that have LX. Those are for the Septuagint. You could click on it. I don't. Let's see. That one is the
Nah. Based on what I'm seeing, nah, this would be the word.
Okay. Well, you could take that principle and just look at other words with that system. Let's see.
Clothing.
What translation was that had that word "gay" in it?
The authorized King James version or the King James with the Apocrypha. Those are the only two in the
Well,
logos
it
that
couldn't
I
be
know
the
of.
authorized King James version because that doesn't have the Apocrypha in it, and the one with the Apocrypha in it doesn't have Greek behind it. I thought there was another one.
Them are the only
Oh,
two.
oh really? Okay,
Yep.
well, let me look and see.
That I have. I don't know. You probably
Sh-
got more that the
Well,
two big two that I saw it in.
I don't have any because none of the newer translations have it that would say that would translate it that way.
Yeah.
Which A tells me it was a it was a word in that time that probably meant happy or merry, and they translated it that way. And then B, it's probably not a good translation because no other translations have it that way, even in modern English. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So if you read it as the idea of happy, you could say, and so I'm reading it here. Um, and taking gold, as it were, for a virgin that loveth to go happy. But of course, that doesn't really make
Which
much
is
sense either.
it's all good.
You know,
Um,
I don't know.
if I
Be-
really wanted to know, I would just translate the verse. That's what I would do. But this way, I mean, this is a way to do it too. But it'll be a while probably before we find it. Well,
well,
if it even is a word that could mean gay,
I don't. I think it was a bad translation, probably by the translators of the King James.
it could have been, but they also could have been using another codex or manuscript. Maybe they was using the
That
Latin Vulgate. I don't know.
they would have been using the other manuscripts that so that's possible too. But
Because I
but
did
be
see happy, I think, in the Latin Vulgate, or a word that was closer to happy or gay in the Latin Vulgate, but I didn't see it in the Septuagint. So I'm like, I don't even see that.
Oh, you said
So
you saw something equivalent to that in the Latin Vulgate?
I think I saw something closer to that in the Latin Vulgate of that, but I didn't see it in the Septuagint.
Well,
So maybe
let me bring that up because it's possible that I could basically cross reference it and find the Greek equivalent. It's I've never tried that, but it's possible. So let me look at the Latin Vulgate.
yeah, because the Latin Vulgate even has the word virgin. Well, that doesn't really mean. Oh, okay. See this one. This is the Latin Vulgate. It says to love right here. They have the word love, but I don't know if that one. That was probably the closest that I saw.
Sure, because that one, yeah. Um, well, Latin didn't help me much because I don't know Latin. Um,
I don't either, but
so let's see here if I can figure it out. Also, uh, well, I'm not even seeing it there, so maybe I'm not looking right.
well, maybe that word love was what I meant. Maybe I mixed it up with happy. Maybe that was the word I saw. That was the closest to happy and gay that I thought it possibly could have went back to, but mm,
Okay, I think I found it in here now, or maybe I didn't. Let's see. Yeah, I think I did. No. Okay, let's see if I can find it. Vulgate. The Lexham Latin English. Okay. Okay. So, okay, I'm seeing it here. Maybe I need to put more things on. To love. Okay. I do see that. Okay. So now the question is, can I find that? Yeah, it's not going to let me do that, unfortunately.
It's all good. Well, I'll ask you this last question.
Sure.
Sheena said, sorry, Sheena, I ain't been reading these comments. My bad. Um, you say Sheena says she thinks it might be a typo.
It ain't no
Um,
typo.
yeah, it ain't no typo, but it's probably a mistranslation or just a some sort of source that they was using that we just can't verify yet. But
Right.
Sheena says the Apocrypha, the King James Version, gold. Yeah, that's basically the same as the KJV that we're looking at. Yeah, just don't know exactly what they was using.
Well, different people translated the Apocrypha than the King James, too. We got to keep in mind. The Apocrypha was translated hundreds of years before the King James Bible.
Yeah. I know. But specifically for their transmute version, I know it talks about who did it, but I don't know what he was using. Was he using the Septuagint? What was he using? But I guess what it would really come down to is just translating the Greek Septuagint completely that for that specific verse, and then if I can't find any word that can mean gay, either just leave it at that or try to translate the Latin Vulgate's verse as well. And if I still can't verify it, it's just not verifiable to me.
I don't
So
think it is.
it might not be, but that's definitely a sure way to find out. I don't know if I want to do that, but that's how I would. If I was really serious about it, I would do that. But because that's like the surest way to do it. Beside, or you can try to track down a manuscript, which I've never seen of the uh, this part right here, and see what the manuscripts say. But then the manuscript is gonna still be in either Greek or Latin, so you still gonna have to translate it anyway. So it sounds like that's the surest way to go. So yeah. Oh, well, let me ask you this before we get
Yeah.
out of here. This is
Yeah.
one of my questions that I had, which I found out a one way to do it, but I don't know the shortest way to do it. So let's say you're looking at any scripture in the Bible, and just as an example, like Jeremiah 32:11,
Uh-huh.
and let's say I'm looking at the word sealed. As an dang it, I clicked it and it pulled this up. But just as an example, sealed or any word. So
Mhm.
what I wanted to ask is, what's the shortest way that I could find out what word this would be in the Dead Sea Scrolls? What's the shortest way to do that?
You mean the Hebrew text?
If it is, yeah,
Okay.
but this
Let's see here.
manuscript, like I would want to see a manuscript in the Dead Sea Scrolls if I could. But what I already know how to do it, but I know how to do it the long way. How do I do it the shortest way, or what's the shortest way that you know how to do it?
Let's see here. There's a few ways, but maybe the shortest ways, since you have okay. I'll just do an example here. So go to um um I'm trying to look for a word to do that would be interesting. So
I'm,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
tell you. I'm gonna tell you the way I know how to do it, so you
Okay.
don't do that
Okay.
way.
Okay.
So the way I know how to do it is go and search for what's it called? It's like one of the books, specifically like the manuscripts of the, I don't know what they call it. I haven't seen it in a while, but basically I would go search for the manuscripts and just look through the manuscripts instead of, I saw this video where somebody was, he did some sort of short way and he just like did some clicking and it was just a few clicks. It was just so simple and he had a picture of the manuscript and I'm like, dang, and all he had to do was just click it from there. But I haven't been able to do that yet. So that's just the way I know how to do it. I know how to go and search for the specific books with the manuscripts and just go look through all the manuscripts.
So
That's how I know how to do it.
if you want to find out, you know, what a Septuagint word, you know, the equivalent of it in the Hebrew, what you would do is you would take a word, whatever word that may be, right click on it, start a word study. That's step number one.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so you say right click it and start a word study?
Yeah, just whatever word you want. But okay. So you're in Jeremiah, right? The book of Jeremiah right now?
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, let
I
me
just
see here.
picked a random word. I
Sure,
just
sure.
picked Baruch.
All right. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to scroll back up, scroll back up, scroll
Okay.
back up. You see there where it says more?
Yeah.
Click more. Okay. What you're going to want to do first is look in a lexicon that is for Hebrew specifically.
Okay.
So, uh, I want you to click on that LXHOTLEX.
Hot. Nah, I'm just messing. Go ahead.
Now, what does that say?
Baruch. The first part?
Yeah,
Which
I'm
part?
looking at it. Right. So,
Oh,
okay, you just clicked on a Hebrew word in the Hebrew Bible, and it showed you the equivalent of it in the Greek. But wasn't your question, uh, you wanted to know what a Septuagint word, the equivalent of it was in the Greek? Wasn't that your question originally?
yeah.
So you see, so in this case, you through that resource, so you're going way too far.
Oh, I'm just
Wait.
scrolling down. Just ignore this.
Oh, I
Keep
was
going.
trying to show you how this resource worked.
Okay, okay,
So
yeah.
you
I'm
could
just
use it,
looking through
so that you
for
could use
something
it
else.
better next time. Well, I'm trying to show you how it works.
Yeah, yeah. Keep going, keep going.
I can't do that when you're scrolling through it.
No, I was looking for like manuscript information while he was talking, but I'll go back up.
Don't
I
worry
don't think
about it. You can't
anything.
find anything. You can't find what you're looking for again. So click on the same lexicon, the L on your right side, the LXHOTLEX.
No, I ain't got nothing in there. You said I couldn't find what I was looking for again.
On the right side, click on the same lexicon you clicked on last time, LXHOTLEX. It'll bring you back to the same entry because you're not going to be able to find it scrolling. Okay. So in this particular
I could
instance,
have found that.
this is not
It would have
what
been a
you
good
asked, but this is an example from a Septuagint lexicon of how to see what a Hebrew word is translated into Greek. So there's your Hebrew word Baruch, and then it gives you the equivalent in Greek. And as you scroll down, you can see the different uses. You can see where it's used in the Old Testament. You can see the adjective usage. As you scroll down, you can see different parts of speech and the way it's used. Um,
You don't worry, I'm being a nerd. Basically, I'm going back to what we were talking about earlier. Since you brought it up, we'll see if I can find. Oh, I need the KJV for this one though. Okay, gotta get that. Let's see if we can find anything. Where's 9?
You're not going to find none on that because uh, if you're looking in the KJV, there's no Greek behind it. Remember, if you're looking in the KJV with the Septuagint with the Apocrypha in it, there's no Greek behind it.
We'll see. We'll see in here. I don't know. I'm just looking because this what you were saying though. But if it's nothing behind it, you got the Wycliffe. That's it. Oh wait. Okay. Bright, shining. So wait a minute.
Lampros.
It
That's the
says
word.
yeah. So basically, that is the Greek word, but is that in the Septuagint?
Is that the word in the text that we have been looking at these past?
I think this is the word that they're getting it from because it says Greek words. We can verify that. Hold on, I'm gonna try
Sure.
to.
Yeah, we can go look at that.
Okay, here is the Septuagint verse. Uh, I don't know if I see that. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know if that's in there in that form. Could be in another form.
I'm looking. I don't see it.
I don't either. Yeah, I don't. Hmm. Now it could have been another Greek manuscript that they was using. It could have been the case. I
That
don't
could
know.
have been. Well, I I really don't know.
Yeah, because they do got the Codex Sinaiticus, Vaticanus, and all that other stuff. But yeah, this is gonna be deep. So I don't know if we're gonna find this tonight.
No, we won't. But let me finish trying to teach you how to use that resource if you
All
want
right,
me to
go ahead.
teach you because it would be helpful. And I'm gonna try to get to your original question that you
Oh,
asked me.
yeah. Yeah, I rather you go back to that the original question because this one's a little deep.
Well,
Manuscripts.
I just was gonna teach you how to use that lexicon for the Septuagint, and then I was gonna help you answer your original question too. So your screen is
Let's just do let's just
way
do
way too busy
the
now.
manuscript one. It's too busy.
Yeah, there's a lot on it. Go back to the
Don't worry about all of it. I can X
lexicon.
out a bunch of this. We can just get off a bunch of that. The lexicon.
The lexicon you were using, which is the LXHOTLEX, which is on the
Um,
left side, or you can just go push on it again, and it'll bring it up in your word study. So go down, put your cursor
yeah,
down.
this should be it right here.
Go, nope, you didn't click on it. It's in under lemma. You just
It's under lemma.
yes. So click, yep, and then down there. Now I'm gonna try to teach you how to use a lex. So in this case, it's a Hebrew lexicon. So it's a lexicon of the
Pause,
Hebrew.
pause. Let's just do the manuscript, or we can do this another night because I'm kind of short on time.
There's no
That's why
reason to
I'm
do
like
the manuscript.
manuscript.
This is the best way
Okay,
to find out how things mean.
okay. Well, pause. We'll cut it, or we can do this another day because my time is short. So that's why I was like, let's just do the manuscript. But if there's no reason, we can do it another day for this part. If you want to do this part another day,
Well, that the manuscript
got
part would
work.
take a lot longer than this part. I don't understand.
Well, no, I know. Okay, well, I know a way for the manuscripts. Then I was just trying to see if you had a shorter way. But if you don't, or if it'll take too long, then we don't got to worry about that one. Whether we do it tonight or never or another day, just saying. At least I do know a way. That was one of my main questions if I was to ask anything.
I was
But
trying to give you a way to learn what words mean with the tools that you have.
I know how to research words, whether it's about book or website and all that. So this part is easy.
Well, I was helping you see your different resources and how you could get to them and how they can be used.
Yeah, well, I would have figured some of this out. But thanks for what you showed me. Some of these things I didn't know. But to keep going into it more and more would just take time that don't want to use right now.
Okay. All right.
That's why I'm
Okay.
like, gotta. Either
Okay.
we can do it another day.
Sure. Sure thing.
That way I can learn more with more time. But my
Okay.
time is short now.
Sure thing. Sure thing. All right. See you later. Take care. Bye-bye.
All right, man. Have a good one. Well, that is it. It's a long process to verify that word that they use, but at least we got somewhere. Appreciate what you showed me. So let's see. I wonder what source they use, which is one of the difficult things to find for the KJV translation of that. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Well, that's probably what it would come down to. So I'm get ready to end this video, but yeah, that was deep. That was deep. That was a deep study. I didn't know it was gonna turn into that, but that's good though. Learning is good. Well, I hope this benefited somebody. It's definitely beneficial for me just to even read and then go through all this, find out some stuff I didn't know. So yeah, appreciate it, Rafe. If I said it right, did I say it right, Rafe? How you say your name? Rafe. And thanks to who all will watch and did watch. Any questions or comments, you can just leave them. I don't know what I'm gonna read next, but I gotta get out of here and get ready to go to sleep. Well, peace be to the saints. See y'all soon, most I willing. Man, time goes by fast. What I gotta do right here? Update and restart. Update and shut down. Update and restart or shut down. I have no clue. I'll just restart. Sheena says, yes, sir. Yes, it was. Me too. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you once again to Rafe as well. All right, y'all. I'm going to update this and restart or shut down this computer. Got to try to keep my schedule right this time. Try not to get off track. Well, I don't know when I'll be back to read more, but I definitely got a question to answer. And I need to hurry up and answer. I just got a lot to do. So y'all will be seeing me, God willing, soon. All right, y'all. Peace be to the saints. Update. I'm back. I'm in my washing and drying room. I was doing that to see if it would end my live stream while I restarted my computer, but nah, that don't work. So now I know that don't work. I gotta actually hit end all the time now, just to end when I'm live streaming on like a PlayStation 4 or yeah, on the PlayStation 4. If I just turn the power off on the system, it ends the live stream automatically. But on here, nah, it don't work. You gotta end it.